Imagine an extraterrestrial organism that evolved on an alien planet with zero light. The harsh environment would restrict their senses to just sound and leave their bodies covered with natural armor plating. That's how you get the alien monster from A Quiet Place. As horrifying as the disturbingly quiet film is, the science between how these creatures evolved actually makes some measures of scientific sense. So the idea, if they grew up on a planet that had no humans and no light, then they don't need eyes. They can only hunt by sounds. And that evolutionary perfect machines. So basically, they evolved to be invulnerable unless they expose themselves.
The purpose of this topic is the ability to interpret information that our different senses receive from the environment. In fact, this interpretation is an active process that depends on our cognitive processes and prior knowledge, and it could be defined as the ability to receive and interpret information that reach through the ears and auditory frequency waves transmitted through the air or intensity, tone, timbre, and duration.
A Quiet Place 2 is a 2021 American horror film and the sequel to 2018's A Quiet Place, following the family from the first film as they continue to navigate and survive in a post-apocalyptic world inhabited by blind aliens with an acute sense of hearing. A Quiet Place 2 takes us through the journey of Evelyn and her kids and how they survive the wrath of their creatures. Humanity has been ravaged by hideous alien predators with extraordinary powers of hearing. The story follows the Abbotts, a family of survivors who must stay quiet at all times, unable to talk or sneeze or step on a creaky floorboard, or they likely be dead.
So the use of sound, or rather lack of it to be more precise, is pivotal to the success of this film. So the requests have been made for patrons not to attend viewings with nice refreshments, not to engage in conversation or use their mobile phones. But it's not just the idea of silence that has audience hooked. As a cognitive psychologist, I find it very interesting how the filmmakers have tapped into the phenomenon of auditory distraction. It has recently been suggested that there are two types of auditory distraction, which is the deviant sounds and masking sounds. The aliens in the Quiet Place 2 rely on deviant sounds to alert them to their feet. When one of the children reach a toy space shuttle on it, suddenly it makes a lot of noise. The trees rustle as the aliens have presumably been alerted by the sound, and the father rushes towards his child. The noise was clearly a change from the aliens' usual environmental sounds.
The second route is called the deviant effect. The explanation of the deviant effect is conceptually quite intuitive. It is when an unexpected or unpredictable sound captures one's attention. More specifically, any auditory item that deviates from an expected sequence of sounds is able to capture attention via a physical orienting response. Consider the example of a baby lying on the floor, looking up to the left at its parent. If the baby hears a sound on their right side, they will turn their head towards it and so are no longer attending to their parent. Masking sounds. A second auditory distraction phenomenon shown in the film has also been observed in the real world. In the film, the dad demonstrates to his frightened son how in certain environments making a noise will not alert the creatures. Specifically, he does this by shouting under a gusting waterfall. The sound of the waterfall masks the shout so that it is not heard by the creatures.
So yeah, basically, this movie is all about aliens with extraordinary hearing powers. They cannot see, but they can clearly hear even the little footsteps. Deviant and masking sounds are highly emphasized to this movie. Unexpected sounds captures alien attention. Masking sound is generated sound. Someone can mask or hide the unwanted sound, just like the mother did in the movie. She shut the water pipe and used this as her advantage to distract the aliens from hearing her footsteps.